has taken over.
Let's go.
It's Ferrall.
Coast to coast. Steaks, chicks, stacks. You and I are going to make a lot of money.
It's Ferrall, coast to coast.
It's Ferrall on the bench, coast to coast, in the biggest way possible. Hanging out the fancy, the burgundy, the bad apple with a bad attitude. We are live in New York City, the Big Apple. Ooh. People dressed in plastic bags, directing traffic, some kind of fashion shake-it-up to do that. Yeah. Along with the Tutty and Tater King himself, the founder of the LC podcast, the rights holder of the Sheet of Integrity, and the Ferrall maker, leader of men when it comes to golf, Carver High this afternoon, ladies. Mafia is running it along with Kayam Yopala. The rundown on a Thursday, the opening round at Quail Hollow. A double shot with Morency this very hour from Vancouver. And then in the second hour, it's me, Gino B. Gino Bacola from the Daily Racing Form. And then, live from Quail Hollow, Stewie. Keith Stewart from Read the Line is at the PGA Championship. And also a double shot from Adam Kaplan, our NFL insider. As the NFL schedules have been released, we now absolutely are on top of everything, including win, loss, tie, win, loss, win. How about that leaderboard? Gerard. Who is the leader at the kid? Some kid from North Carolina.
Yeah, happy Thursday here, round one of the PGA Championship. And look, I know we'll get to it later. You can go see the Steelers week one at MetLife. Steelers at the toaster over there, MetLife Stadium. You can go see them. So
go sit in traffic.
Yeah. Go sit and watch Justin Fields face the Steelers in the first game, and Aaron Rodgers
great
probably
place.
return.
One exit. There's just one exit.
One exit in and out of MetLife. Amazing. Ryan Gerard, yes, 5 under, is in the clubhouse as the leader at the PGA Championship. He was at 7 under. And then he bogeyed 17 and 18 on his way in. Thankfully, because now it's given all the afternoon guys a shot at first round leader, which I have no problem with whatsoever. This is pretty interesting leaderboard right now. About Luke Donald at
the
4
Ryder
under.
Cup captain.
Are you kidding me? Ryan Crazy Like a Fox, who won at Myrtle Beach last week at 4 under. Alex Smalley, who 24 hours ago wasn't even in the PGA Championship. He's the guy that got the spot when Tagala withdrew.
Right.
So Alex Smalley making the most of his time. Jaeger Bombs is there. JJ Spuds is 4 under through 7. I know that Las Vegas golfer Brady Cannon has him for one of his first round leaders. So we'll see if JJ Spuds keeps moving here. If you're looking for actual names, Matthew Fitzpatrick's 3 under, tied for 7th. Keegan Bradley 3 under, tied for 7th. Scotty Scheffler finished 2 under, T15 right now. I watched a lot, Scotty, of Scheffler, Rory, and Xander this morning. They had all kinds of problems all morning, especially on that 16th hole, where all 3 of them double bogeyed. Right. Rory got off to a miserable day. He's 3 over. Xander's 1 over. So we have lots of guys out playing the afternoon, including Justin Thomas, who's also throwing up all over himself. Hideki Matsuyama's out there. Bryson just made a long par putt to stay at 1 over. So we'll see if some of these guys can get cranking here in the afternoon, and we get some more names up there in that top 5, top 10 of that leaderboard.
Your boy, I was seeing it. Duffner's in the heat of it. He's 5 back. Yeah. That's not bad. Poseidon Hood Adventure. I see all these guys. Who's that? Forever Young, your boy Cam Forever Young.
Cameron
you said
Forever
Patrick Reed
Young
plays well there. He's playing decent. He's also 1 under. Your boy Eckthroat, doesn't he play for the Panthers? No, that's Ekblad. That's his nephew.
Ekblad.
There you go. Your boy, Batia. People seem to like him. Novocaine in the mix.
Novocaine had a good opening round as well. So we do have lots of guys who are involved here.
The Ferrall maker.
I'll tell you, I'm tired of this Justin Thomas. He's 4 over through the first 6 holes.
Fail.
Thanks for coming.
Fail.
Like honestly, thanks for making your trip out to the tournament. I mean, come on, dude. Like, step up once in a while. All right, we have afternoon baseball coming our way as well here. 4-0 Twins lead the Orioles as they go to the bottom of the 9th at Camden. I believe that would be, let's do the math here. Is that 11 in a row if they win this game?
I think so.
Right? They won both games yesterday from them. Going for 11. I will ask a small favor for anyone who has the Twins. Gunnar Henderson's due up second in the bottom of the 9th. Can he homer, please? I need him to homer today. So maybe we can get Gunnar in the barn before we get moving. Braves already in the barn, beat the Nats 5-2 this afternoon. The Reds beat the White Sox 7-1. We have the Rays and the Jays starting right now. Zach Littell against Kevin Gossman for our afternoon baseball viewing pleasure with the heavy lumber for the Jays. I saw a minus 175.
Give me Gossman.
With the 8.5.
Quick, get it in.
Give you Gossman. And the roof's open today in Toronto. Maybe we get some balls to fly out.
Free beer, cold Budweiser.
Gotta have that here this afternoon as well. So we do have golf and taters, hopefully, working this afternoon. We will discuss plenty all of the playoff action as they will play a 6th game tomorrow night at the Garden in MSG after the Celtics won. Look, that was like, when they hit like 21, 22 threes last night, they're going to hit that 20 plus
22.
Threes. They're going to be tough to beat. I don't care who's playing and not playing. If they hit 22 threes, that's going to be hard on the Knicks.
Look, just initially my thoughts were these, that, they were 7 minutes into the game, and this guy White already had 4 step-in threes. They didn't guard him. They let this guy run wild. It was unbelievable. How about the JB 3 from the wing when he stood there like he was shooting free throws, spinning the ball in his hand, and no one did anything? They literally stayed 15 feet away from him and invited the guy to shoot it. I just thought the Knicks played no defense last night whatsoever. None. Zero. They got their ass beat because they didn't get stops, and they didn't stop anybody. Same thing. My team lost last night for the first time in like 35 games, and we lost on a last-second buzzer beater. But we let this one guy hit 12 threes. 12 the guy hit. I was coaching, and I'm yelling. The guy says to me, "Do you see anything?" I say, "Yeah, I see no defense on Riley there. He's just hit 9 straight threes. I saw that you're not playing any D." And then the guy told me to F off. And I was like, you're terrible. I come right out with it on the sideline. You're terrible. You suck. You play no D. You're awful. And we got beat. It is what it is. Simple. If you don't guard guys that can shoot, it's called you lose.
Sometimes you just have to call it out like it is, and that's what happens. The Timberwolves have finished off the Warriors. We'll talk about that. We have a Game 6 tonight in Denver for the Thunder and the Nuggets.
Green when you need him. He's like the greatest player in the world, right?
The greatest player in the world, Draymond Green. Got the hockey as well. Vegas going home after the overtime winner for Edmonton. 2 games tonight in D.C. and in Ferrall-Peg.
The Ferrall maker.
Enter into the magical world of McLuck.com, where even the smallest of spins can win real cash prizes. Adventure into over 1,000 of the best Vegas-style slot games. So what are you waiting for? Unlock your free welcome offer today. Join the fun where winners play and players win.
knows how to show love to our everyday heroes. So if you're a first responder, you are in for some perks. Lots of hotels and casino offer big discounts to any first responders who can show valid work or volunteer ID. So treat yourself to a discounted stay. You deserve it. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The Warriors' future was uncertain. Are they going to break it up? Steve Kerr coming back. They get Jimmy Butler, and they surge all the way through, and now they're through the first round.
The Warriors have guys, because of how special their star trio is, they can make the guys around them better. They can elevate the way that they play. And we saw that. Steph Curry, 3 points in the first half, steps up in the second half, 19 points in the second half to carry them home.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
Under him was Sharon Moore, who also participated in the cheating scandal with Connor Stallions. So you know what happens to him? He doesn't lose his job. He doesn't get a 10-year show cause. He gets to keep his job, and they go, we're just going to suspend you for 2 games next season.
Now, all of a sudden, they're coming out with everything that we knew to be pretty much true when it was happening. Yeah, they were cheating. It was like Belichick and the videotapes, right?
The Early Line. Only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that rim. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of
18.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. It's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
You can catch Sports Rage weeknights at 10 on all of our TV and radio outlets, and you get Morency a double shot every day from Vancouver right here on C2C. So Canada is losing right now at the Worlds, and you're not interested in the PGA Championship, it would appear to me, and Carver High has just jumped off a building when you said that. He just jumped right now.
No, I did bet on the PGA Championship. And listen, I usually bet on the tournaments on a weekly basis. You know, we talk golf on Sports Rage, so I'm aware of what's going on in the golf world. But to me, Scott, like the Masters, it's like the Rose Bowl, and everything else is just everything else. You know what I mean?
Come on. The
like
Open
the
Championship, you don't like links golf over there in Scotland? Are you kidding me?
This isn't the Links Championship.
I know, but you said everything else is so all the other majors don't matter?
The Open, I do like the Open. I love the Open.
I like the Open better than the Masters because of the wind and rain and conditions and the bunkers, and the links golf is badass.
No, but there's a reason why the Masters. It's, you know what it is, Scott? It's almost like the Preakness and the Belmont. People watch it's about the Kentucky Derby, right? Like the Augusta's actually, it's a beautiful golf course, right? Like you have that sort of, you want to play it. Like you want to play it. So you watch it almost for the golf course. Now, I'm not saying, hey, maybe on Sunday there's going to be, some big time drama and stuff. And I know some big time players struggled earlier in the day, but I'm not alone. I've had a lot of people online tell me this just feels like a normal golf tournament.
So does the Preakness to you, because that horse isn't in it, sovereignty, that it's just like a wasted event? Because I think it sucks without the horse in the race.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think it's, we rarely get Triple Crown winners anyways. I think, Scott, they got to distance them more.
Right.
Really? I mean, this is a problem. Let's just, bang. Right? Oh, tradition is true. Whatever, dude. Like, let's get with the times here. Exactly. 1 month. I think that's enough time, right? Yeah. If your horse can't go a month later, then whatever. It's not meant to be. You know what I mean? But
if your horse can't go a month later, call Bob Baffert. He'll give it something to run.
Yeah, he's got a needle for you, right? He'll make them run. Hey, I was in the horse racing business. Baking soda is pretty good, Scott. People don't realize that. Baking soda, the cocaine of horses, for horses. I didn't know. I swear to God. We had a driver, Scott. I love this guy, all right? I love this guy. His name is Travis Cullen. So we had the horse. We had the horse, Scott, and like we had these like old men sometimes, and they were so safe. And they were like, "Wow, it was kind of dangerous." Because I was like, "Why didn't you cut inside, man?" After, right? I was like Johnny Know-It-All. I'm like, "Why didn't you cut in at the rail, bro?" I said, "You had an opening." Well, that's pretty dangerous. I'm not going to kill myself for the amount of money that we're making. This Travis kid, Scott, was like reckless. Like people were like, "Oh, he's going to kill someone on the track. He's dangerous." And I'm like, "That's our guy." Right? That's our guy. So we win a race with him. We win. I'm like, I knew it. I love this guy. We win. We win. A couple of weeks later, I look and I speak to the trainer. I'm like, how come Cullen's not driving for us this week? Like, that's the guy we want.
Yeah.
He goes, he got suspended for giving the horses baking soda. And like, baking soda is a little bit of an edge for the horse, I guess, Scott. They like it. It's a little bit of a bump for them, you know?
What? No wonder it keeps the food fresh in the refrigerator.
It does a lot of things. Yeah, when they say that it has a lot of uses, they're not kidding.
They mean
They're
it.
not kidding. But they really should. They really should stretch it out, though, right? And then we could maybe legitimately have more Triple Crown type of talk.
So how's Canada losing? How are they losing?
They just tied the game early in the second period, so it's 1-1 right now. Listen, Austria are pretty good at hockey, Scott. You don't think of Austria, but they're actually very good. They're very good defensively.
They're good at skiing.
Yeah, they're good at winter sports. And you should note, too, we should note, Canada outshot them 17-4 in the first period. They had a breakaway. Austria scored on a breakaway.
I bet they score the next 5 goals.
Yeah, so Canada just tied it. And actually, Austria's on a power play right now, I see. But this is a grind, Scott. This World Hockey Championships, bro.
You've got me watching it every day, so now I'm going to watch it again.
Oh, it's a good game. Your boy Crosby's playing. Marc-Andre Fleury's the goalie today for Canada.
I know. I've been watching every day. I got it on. I'm watching the power play right now.
There's a lot of drunk Austrians in the crowd today, Scott. They're really enjoying themselves.
I mean, day drinking.
They're in Sweden, so it's nighttime.
Oh, it's nighttime there, but day drinking for us.
They're having a great time. Great time this World Hockey Championships.
So what did you think of last night, those 2 games? I almost fell over. So I was at my basketball game, right? I was watching the Panthers up 2-0. I go to play basketball. I come back, I'm driving in the car. I thought I'd check the score. I'm like 6-1. I was like,
Dude. They were throwing Austin Matthews jerseys on the ice last night.
Were they?
In the game. Yeah, like and that's like the ultimate, like.
They're blaming him.
That's the ultimate sign of disrespect in hockey. Like when you start throwing the team's jersey, like means you're done. Like people are throwing jerseys. And it's crazy because they're not eliminated yet, but you would think they're dead and buried. People want them out of town. They never want to see Marner again. Matthews sucks. Oh, there's a ton of negativity right now.
Give
the Panthers
Marner to the Penguins.
I think it could happen. I don't see why it wouldn't be. He's tight with Kyle Dubas. The only thing is, there's going to be a lot of teams lining up for Mitch Marner. Like everyone in Toronto hates him right now, but
I would rather
he's a good player.
A Doobie actually, an actual spleef running the Penguins as opposed to Kyle Dubas. I'd prefer a giant Doobie to make all the hockey decisions from now on in Pittsburgh. I think that guy is absolutely a phony-ass bitch. I mean, honestly, I'm not even kidding.
He's never done anything in Pittsburgh besides detract from the team. You know what I mean? Like, so there's some sort of, well, don't worry, I have a long-term plan. So he's never done anything to, like, ever make the team better.
Whatever. He's awful.
Well, he better in this offseason. I mean, this is it. And he has money to spend.
Did you see who he interviewed for that job? This guy, DJ Smith? He might as well have DJ Jazzy Jeff.
your college performance does not relate to the National Football League. It never
They
does.
played side by side
Yes.
with each other, and he wasn't as good as Quinn Ewers. That's an issue. That's a major issue.
It wasn't
the
that
best
it wasn't as
quarterback
good as
prospect
Quinn
they've ever
Ewers.
got to Texas.
It wasn't that it wasn't as good as Quinn Ewers. It was Quinn Ewers' program, which Steve Sarkisian
Why
made
would it be
very
Quinn
clear
Ewers' program?
the entirety of the time that
No.
Arch Manning was in Austin. So for you to argue that because Ewers is a 7th-round pick,
Quinn
Arch
Ewers'
Manning is
team.
not that good and not deserving of being first overall is
Yes.
asinine. It is wrong.
I
It
just
is
told
incorrect.
you he's going to be number 1 overall. My whole thing was I'm
you're
buying
doing
him
your
because
thing now
I
where you
expect him to
double
have this
down on a
season.
take
No, I'm
that
not
is
doing that.
incorrect
The
when I
best
show it's
quarterback
incorrect.
prospect to ever hit college football can't play
He's
over a
not, though.
7th-round
There were
pick
two
who didn't even
perfectly
play
rated
good.
quarterback
Stop
recruits
it.
in the history
Stop
of
it.
the sport.
Quinn
Vince
Ewers couldn't
Young
even play at
and
Ohio
Quinn
State.
Ewers.
He couldn't even play at
Vince
Ohio
Young
State.
and Quinn Ewers. Go look it up.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune in to Game Time Decisions weekdays on SportsGrid.
All right, we're talking to Morency. I got burned last night on that, the Dubs. I had 10.5. They lost by 11, right? And then I got burned on the Knicks because I won't bet on Boston. If they were giving out like porn stars for lunch and for free, and everyone just is getting free porn stars all day, and it's just all day long gratis, I'd still bet against them. I hate them dead. In fact, I said on the air the other day, I don't wish that on anybody what happened to Tatum, but since his shoes don't fit that I bought for $200, I don't care that he had a torn Achilles. And if it happened to anybody, I'm glad it happened to Boston. And I won't bet on him. And they beat me. I bet on the Knicks. And then the only thing that went well for me last night at all was because I bet on the Leafs. And the only thing that went well for me was the oil can. The oil can got it done for me in the overtime. And I watched the game, and it was a great game, scoreless, and they go to overtime. And at least I cashed out. What did you think of their win? They move on, and I'm telling you, there's nothing stopping them.
No, they're smoking hot right now, 8-1 in their last 9 games. And people don't think about Skinner as an elite goaltender, but here he is pitching shutouts, right, in big-time games for them. And
everyone says he sucks as he has 2 shutouts. Like, come on.
Well, he's been great for them. And, that was the first game all year that the Edmonton Oilers had that was scoreless after 2 periods of play. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it was kind of an anomaly for them last night.
They
And
scored 5 or 6.
Yeah, and they still win the hockey game. So it's very scary for other teams if the Oilers are going to be able to win lower scoring games. I'm telling you, Evander Kane makes such a difference. He's just such a wrecking ball on the ice, right? Like, he just brings another dynamic and element to this team. You throw in Corey Perry. I mean, they have it all. They've got the skill. They've got the grit. They got these dirty, vets that have been around that have seen it all, right? And they're smoking hot right now. They're probably going to have to play the Dallas Stars, who are a great team. Let's see what happens tonight with the Winnipeg Jets. I think the Jets do get it done tonight. But updated number right now, Scott, Edmonton Oilers plus 230 to win the Stanley Cup. Dallas Stars plus 270. Florida Panthers 3-1. Canes 3-1. Leafs fall all the way to 28-1 right now.
Oh,
yeah, so we got in on the Oilers last week at plus 400, Scott. I wish I got in, at plus 650 before, but I still got a pretty good number at plus 400. And I'm on board with you, bro. No one's beating this team. I think, I hate to say it because, I'm not a big Panther fan. I keep betting against them and losing.
Right.
But I think we're looking at a rematch, and I think the Oilers beat them this time.
So, yeah, and I'm with you. So tonight, I'm going to go Canes, and I'm actually going to Rogie Vachon and take the Stars. They're healthy. They're loaded. They're full
rope-a-dope.
lineup. They're no joke. And I think it's not going to be easy. It's like me betting the Blues up there. They were 3-1 with 2 minutes to go, and I had them at a fat number, and they blew it and lost. I knew when they tied it with 1 second left or whatever it was, 1.6 left, that I was going to lose in overtime. Sure enough, I did. 18 minutes in or something like that, or whatever it was. All I know is it's hard to win there. But if anyone can do it, look, I think the Blues are good. I think the Stars are way better than the Blues.
Oh, the Stars are getting healthier right now, right? Now they got Heiskanen back into the lineup as well. So they survived their injuries going into the playoffs that we were all worried about. Ottinger, who I find at times, Scott, will kind of hit a wall in the playoffs a little bit due to fatigue. He plays a lot in the regular season. He's been awesome, right? And there's been a big difference. The two difference makers in the series has been Hellebuck's shakiness on the road, and the Winnipeg Jets power play is terrible. All right, like they're not even getting shots on goal in the power play. That's not Hellebuck's fault. I do think the Jets will win on home ice just because of that. They're so damn good at home, and Hellebuck doesn't lose at home, but I don't see how they're going to win on the road. If they can pull off Game 6 somehow, I think they can win the series in 7, but let's go one game at a time. I'm going to go with the Jets tonight. And listen, I've been the president of the Canes fan club, bro. I bet them to beat the Devils in 5. I've been betting them, like, in this series over the Capitals here, but I believe, Scott, that the Capitals have, put it this way. If they lose tonight to Capitals, it'll be an overtime or it'll be like a 1-goal game. Like, they're gonna die on their sword tonight, the Capitals. I think they've got one bullet left, and then they go back to rally and lose in their next game. So I'm going to roll the dice with the Capitals at plus 145 tonight.
All right, and real quick, who do you like, Denver or Oak City tonight? Denver getting 4.5 at home.
Give me the Denver Nuggets on the money line, baby. Plus 150.
Me too. That's what's up.
Your college performance does not relate to the National Football League. It never
They
does.
played side by side
Yes.
with each other, and he wasn't as good as Quinn Ewers. That's an issue. That's a major issue.
It wasn't
the
that
best
it wasn't as
quarterback
good as
prospect
Quinn
they've ever
Ewers.
got to Texas.
It wasn't that it wasn't as good as Quinn Ewers. It was Quinn Ewers' program, which Steve Sarkisian
Why
made
would it be
very
Quinn
clear
Ewers' program?
the entirety of the time that
No.
Arch Manning was in Austin. So for you to argue that because Ewers is a 7th-round pick,
Quinn
Arch
Ewers'
Manning is
team.
not that good and not deserving of being first overall is
Yes.
asinine. It is wrong.
I
It is
just told you
incorrect.
he's going to be number 1 overall. My whole thing was I'm
you're
buying
doing
him
your
because
thing now
I
where you
expect him to
double
have a
down on a
decent
take
season. No, I'm
that
not
is
doing that.
incorrect
The
when I
best
show it's
quarterback
incorrect.
prospect to ever hit college football can't play
He's
over a
not, though.
7th-round
There were
pick
two
who didn't even
perfectly
play
rated
good.
quarterback
Stop
recruits
it.
in the history
Stop
of the
it.
sport.
Quinn
Vince
Ewers couldn't
Young
even play at
and
Ohio
Quinn
State.
Ewers.
He couldn't even play at
Vince
Ohio
Young and
State.
Quinn Ewers. Go look it up.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune in to Game Time Decisions weekdays on SportsGrid.
All right, so just what I need, a rehashing of the Celtics blowout of the Knicks last night at the TD Garden in Boston.
Yeah, we do have to rehash it a little bit, go over what happened last night. 127-102 was the final, as the Boston Celtics will now head back to New York. Tomorrow night they will play a Game 6. Derek White, 34 points. He hit 7 threes for the Celtics on TNT.
White, big night from 3, and he continues that way, lacing in a triple. He's just given Boston their biggest lead tonight.
I mean, I got to tell you, like, I've never seen anything like it. Like, how effed up is it that they let this guy just shoot wide open dagger threes from everywhere? I mean, they literally never had anyone on him. I mean, they did not play defense at all last night. I mean, they shouldn't even be paid for that game. That's how bad it was. Like, I have never seen guys with more wide open looks, including Hauser with his bum knee or ankle, whatever it is. And, like, they don't guard him. They don't guard Brown. They don't guard White. They don't guard Pritchard. Like, what the F was I watching last night with that porous effort defensively? And I did not think the Cornet elbow was intentional at all. He was just had his hands up, and he's 7 foot something and jacked him in the eye. Guys just gushing blood. And I thought that, for my money, the guy that played the best for the Knicks was Robinson. He's the only guy that played defense, and he disrupted things, and he got 13 rebounds, hit his free throws. I thought the Knicks looked atrocious last night. Terrible.
Yeah, they had some guys that really just gave them absolutely
it's like
nothing.
They threw the game, Mike.
Like Bridges was 4 for 14, and Anunoby was 1 for 12. Cat was 5 for 11. They just had so many guys that just had, off nights and didn't give them much. Of course, let's hear from Mazzulla and the Celtics first. Proud of his team for keeping this series going to a 6th game.
What is it about your team that's able to respond in these moments?
I mean, that's just who they are as people. I mean, just the character of those guys.
That's who they are.
A lot of these guys have been around the league a long time. They've seen a lot. And to me, you just rely on the character of the guys, the togetherness, the staff. At the end of the day, you don't get to pick the test that you have. You just pick how you respond to them, and that's kind of how life works,
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't. They're philosopher. Thanks there, Leonardo. Honestly, it's simple. I told you, like, I played a team last night. They let these 2 guys just go wild, shooting threes. Neither one of them ever missed a shot. And the kid said to me, "What are you seeing?" Because I was coaching. And I said, "I see no one playing defense at all. But you guys, you guys are so great that far be it from me to, when you win 4 straight titles, you don't need me to tell you how great you are. No one's playing defense." It was just like the Knicks. Don't play defense, you effing lose every time. Like, are you kidding me? How many times have I sat here on this show and said you need stops? You can't win in the playoffs without stops. That's it. You get stops, you create transition buckets, you get turnovers, you create buckets, you move the ball, screen and cut, you create buckets. But if you don't play defense, why show up at all? They could have saved everyone a lot of time and money. All those people that flew to Boston and bought those expensive tickets and just said from the get-go, we're going to throw the game and we think we're going to win Friday night, so we're not going to play hard tonight. Like, that was the most pathetic playoff performance that I've seen in the playoffs by any team at all. That was the worst one I saw from any team, including the night Denver got 149.
Yeah, you did not get much pushback. And the funny part is the game was tied at halftime. It was 59 up.
The first half was great.
And then they gave you absolutely nothing in the second half. Here's Jaylen Brown. He was asked if him and the players had heard all the talk that Tatum's out, so this series is over. He said, not so fast.
I can only speak for myself. I'm not sure about the rest of the guys, but what I will say is I appreciate the fans that showed up tonight. You know, it was a great atmosphere. It was loud, you know, and I know it's easy to kind of write things off. Obviously, unfortunate what happened at JT, but we still got basketball to be played. You know, I believe in this group, so, you know, don't count us out just yet.
Okay, so can I just say this? There is no doubt that Brunson racked him on the drive-by, and he went down, and it was Onion City. But I swear to God, that guy was grabbing D's the rest of the game. And they got live photo footage of this guy grabbing guys' D's in the second half. He was out there D hunting. After he got racked, he went after guys' crotches the rest of the game. Did you see it? Did you see it? Can you admit that you saw him grabbing guys' D's? Are you going to admit it to me? Because I watched it. I'm not stupid over here.
Yeah, if that's what he was doing. I mean, once they got down, I checked it out.
What was that? I have never seen a guy do that in a basketball game in my life. He was out there intentionally racking guys. What is that? I've never seen that before. I hate him too. He's a D grabber.
He got away with it. They certainly didn't
well, they're like
put a
that
stop
in
to
Boston. They love that action up there. You know, particularly Southie. They all love that D. You know, they all, you know, everybody's in on it. It's like a team effort. So you get the fans in on it. Everybody, the whole arena's walking around grabbing D's. I mean, just everybody.
Let's hear from Tom Thibodeau. Not exactly pleased with the Knicks' effort.
That we didn't play for 48 minutes, and you know, the start of the second quarter, we didn't play well. We had a lead, didn't play tough with the lead. Came out to start the third, didn't play well there. Can't afford to do that.
Oh, thanks so much, Coach. You know, what's amazing to me, remember when it was 40-32, they were up, and then they never played basketball again the rest of the night. When the second half started, I was still watching before I went to my game, right? And I saw that fight break out. And who was in the middle of that? It was Brown again. He was playing dirty last night. He was diving at guys' knees and ankles. Did you see him? He was doing everything, grabbing D's, doing this, doing that, starting fights. And you know what? I just think that the Knicks should give them a taste of their own medicine on Friday night. Tomorrow night, they should just play dirty. I mean, let's go. If that's what you want, because that's what they're doing. And, if you're not going to play hard, don't show up. You know what I mean? Don't come to the arena. Just stay out of the line. Just call in sick, pneumonia, I got the flu, the Hanta, I got a rash, anything. If you're not going to play all out, did you see Brown diving into the seats for balls? And the Knicks did none of that. None of it. Like, it was a really pee effort. I mean, they played like wussies. Like, I've never seen them. I have never seen the Knicks once this season look that pathetic, where they were just soft as diapers. I mean, honestly.
Well, we will come back and we will first hear from Brunson. Then I'll give you the numbers for tomorrow night. Game 6
Oh, God.
in the Garden, at the Garden. What a big night for New York. You've got the Knicks at home against the Celtics. You've got Subway Series, Mets-Yankees. Going to be a monster Friday night in the city tomorrow, that's for sure. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll give you all of that. And we'll get ready for tonight. Don't forget, Game 6, Oklahoma City and Denver out at the Ball. So we have that to accomplish as well as we move forward.
Very stressful, all of it. And I'm under a tremendous strain.
Did you know sportsbooks tend to draw up tighter bet lines for events that get even more bettors, like championship games or major matchups. My tip? Try betting on less popular sports. You might have a better shot at beating those odds. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
They've won 7 in a row. They've been dominant at Citi Field. Lindor's been insane. Pete Alonso's been raking.
You know, Griffin Canning, David Peterson, those guys have pitched really, really well. And when you put it together with that lineup, especially like you said, Lindor's been great. You know, they've got the makings of something very special in Queens.
Ferrall, coast to coast, only on SportsGrid.
Derek Carr has called it a career after 11 NFL seasons.
I think they knew before the draft that they had to make a move at this point. And by the way, Derek Carr did have a pretty good career, made as many Pro Bowls as Eli Manning. So based on that, he should go to the Hall of Fame like Eli Manning. Well, Eli Manning does have a couple rings at that point, but always wants to take a shot at Manning, who should not actually be in the Hall of Fame. Shouldn't be questioned an under 500 quarterback for his career. Stop the Manning.
The early line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high, but the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that ring. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple 18.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
All right, we're talking about the Celtics kicking the Knicks' ass on a Thursday from New York City, along with Carver Heim. Ferrall, good to have you with us. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid. All right, go ahead. Give me more pain.
Yeah. By the way, can Bryson not hit a ball out of the trees? Every time they've shown Bryson DeChambeau for the last hour, he's hitting out a pine straw. He's hitting in the middle of no. Can the guy? I thought he's supposed to hit the ball straight. Isn't that his thing? He's a big driver right down the middle. Great course for him. Can I actually see it on one of these holes? Come on now. All right. Finally, Brunson. Not a great night for him. 22 points. He fouled out of the game. There was some frustration there. There was some frustration after, too, because why go to the press conference if you're just not going to say anything? Here he is.
Jalen, just out of curiosity, what disappointed you most tonight about the performance?
A lot. A lot. Just, I'm not even going to explain it. Just a lot.
Oh, okay. Thanks. All right, don't explain it. Yeah, I'm not even going to explain it.
What's there to say? All you had to do was watch to see how non-existent they were. They weren't even there. And he, what did he foul out? He was awful.
Yeah.
That was his worst game.
He was bad last night, that's for sure.
Oh, and I thought they took advantage of him, Mike. I thought they attacked him and got him in the foul trouble. They decided that they were going to attack Brunson with the ball. They were going to go at him every chance they got, and it worked.
It certainly did, as they got him all rattled and got him fouled out of the game. Knicks now for the series are minus 270. Celtics plus 220 if you think they will win the last two games. As far as tomorrow night goes, the Knicks for the first time in this series will be favored in a game. They are minus 2.5 at home in Game 6 tomorrow night against the Celtics. 209.5 will be the total.
Well, I'm not changing anything. I'm going all the way right into the light. I'm right into the headlight. I'm walking right into it. The train is it coming? And I'm walking right into it. At the end of the tunnel. Let's go.
Yeah, they better get it done tomorrow night, or else Sunday's going to be very sticky. Very sticky if they go back to Boston for Game 7. Very sticky.
That's a loss
for them.
It's tomorrow night or nothing. There's a freight train coming your way.
I do kind of agree with that. If they don't win tomorrow night, I think they'll lose Game 7 in Boston. I think that they'll completely
Without a doubt.
fold up and lose all 3 games with Tatum out of the lineup. So there you go. We'll obviously do a lot more about this tomorrow on C2C as we'll be getting you ready for a big game number 6. Also last night, Minnesota Timberwolves, they have punched their ticket to the Western Conference Finals. Second year in a row that they're going to do that. 121-110. They win the series in 5 games. Warriors were trying to get close. They got it to single digits at one point in the fourth quarter, but the Wolves said, no, absolutely not. TNT.
Just as it looked like Golden State was down, now Anthony Edwards hits a big feat to bring him back in. And so Minnesota trying to add to their lead. Randall goes to the basket.
Can I just say, because I love doing this, Draymond Green is the most overrated player I've ever seen in my life. All he ever talks about is how wonderful he is. He said he's a great basketball player. I'll give him this. He's a good defender. He's all NBA defensive team for sure. I got no problem with that. I'm all in on that. But how about this? 4 of 11, 1 of 6 from 3, 3 turnovers, 6 rebounds. That just doesn't cut it in big games, okay? I score more than him, and I'm 60. I mean, like, I don't ever shoot 4 of 11, ever. And I how many times have I sat here on this show and said a guy can't shoot? How many times have I said, give him the ball, let him shoot all day, because he's not hitting them. He'll hit 2. He always hits 2. He'll hit like 2 shots, and everybody thinks he's going to get going. And he never does, because he sucks. He is not an offensive player at all. He has one skill. You know what? And that's the way to make a living in the NBA. Dennis Rodman, the greatest rebounder I ever saw in my life, he made a living rebounding, right? And he did nothing else. But he's all 75, isn't he? He was such a great defender and rebounder. He's all 75. And Green is, that kind of defender. But look at that team last night. How pathetic. I mean, Butler, 17. That's just not good enough. I told you that guy had to have 35-40 for them to be in this game without Curry. Hield sucks. He's hot in cold water. He had 8. And he was 0-4 from 3. This guy is on and off like a light. And Jackson Davis, they never play him. Why? Because he sucks. He had 2 points. The only guys that showed up again were Kuminga and Podziemski. That's it. 2 guys showed up, and they are still blaming the injury to Curry. That's their out. That's their golden Willy Wonka ticket. Oh well, we didn't have Curry, so we were finished. Well, the Celtics don't have Tatum, and they're winning. They went right out and won without him. Okay? So I don't want to hear it. Everybody has injuries.
Well, let's quickly, since you brought Draymond up, we'll quickly throw him in. He says he's still improving at his age.
One thing I can assure them is every year we will get older. Just like every year. You'll get older, and he'll get older, he'll get older. You don't age, huh, Scott? But I don't worry about that one bit.
Well, you should.
I feel like I'm still improving. I feel like Steph's still improving. I feel like Jimmy's still improving. As long as you're improving in this league, it'll treat you well. It's when you stop improving that the bottom falls out. And I still think I personally got a lot of room for growth, and I'm sure those guys feel the same way. So, yeah, I don't worry about that one bit.
Listen, if they get Giannis, I think they can win a title. If they don't get him, they're not winning Shaq, okay? They're not winning Jack Shaq with that team they got right there. Because we just saw that team right there. And I'll tell you another thing. They wouldn't have won with Curry against Minnesota because Minnesota's flat out better than them. Mic drop.
Did you know sportsbooks tend to draw up tighter bet lines for events that get even more bettors, like championship games or major matchups. My tip? Try betting on less popular sports. You might have a better shot at beating those odds. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
They've won 7 in a row. They've been dominant at Citi Field. Lindor's been insane. Pete Alonso's been raking.
You know, Griffin Canning, David Peterson, those guys have pitched really, really well. And when you put it together with that lineup, especially like you said, Lindor's been great. You know, they've got the makings of something very special in Queens.
Ferrall, coast to coast, only on SportsGrid.
Derek Carr has called it a career after 11 NFL seasons.
I think they knew before the draft that they had to make a move at this point. And by the way, Derek Carr did have a pretty good career, made as many Pro Bowls as Eli Manning. So based on that, he should go to the Hall of Fame like Eli Manning. Well, Eli Manning does have a couple rings at that point, but always wanted to take a shot at Manning, who should not actually be in the Hall of Fame. Shouldn't be questioned, an under 500 quarterback for his career. Stop the Manning.
The early line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high, but the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that rhythm. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of 15.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. It's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Incredible on this T-Wolves team again this year, just like last year when he kind of put a stamp on his name and put his name into the mix as one of the greats in the league, and now he's just only getting better. Now, when I think of what Green said about if you're always improving, I do not believe for 1 minute that Green or Butler are getting better. I'm not going to question Steph Curry's shooting ability. But I'll tell you one thing, Anthony Edwards is getting better. You know who gets better? The young. That's who gets better, not the old. The old don't get better. The old go down the other side of the mountain, and that's just all there is to it.
The old do go down the other side of the mountain. Eventually it does happen. Anthony Edwards doesn't have to worry about that for a while. Sixth player in NBA history to score 1,000 playoff points before the age of 24. He joins Kobe, Tony Parker, LeBron, Kevin Durant, and Jason Tatum in that party. Of course, last year they made the Western Conference Finals and they lost to Luka and the Mavericks. Anthony Edwards, will he be more ready this time around?
How prepared do you feel? How much more prepared do you feel to try to get it done this time?
I can't really speak on how prepared I feel because I don't know. We haven't started playing yet. But, I mean, hopefully I'm more prepared than I was last year.
You know, I think that it was a good experience for him, and I think that, you know, they were a different team, I think, with Cat than they are now with Randall and DiVincenzo, et cetera. And he's just a better player all around a year later. He is a pain in the ass for everyone to stop. You cannot stop him. The guy does amazing things and does whatever he wants on a basketball court. He really attacks and shoots very well from outside. He's got everything. He's got an outside game. He's got a mid, and he's got a severe ability to attack the rim violently, dunking the ball or getting inside and kissing it off the glass. He's got the Jimmy kiss down.
He does got the Jimmy kiss down, that's for sure. Here's Timberwolves head coach Chris Finch. After making the West Finals last year, he laid out the challenge to the team in training camp. It looks like that they have fulfilled that. Here's Finch.
The challenge we laid down to our guys from day one was quite simple. It was one question. You know, were you a Western Conference Finals team, or were you a team that just happened to make the Western Conference Finals? And there's only one way to prove that. Go out and do it again. and that was our mission all year. And it took a lot of growing pains, but the team's come together at the right time and playing its best basketball. So,
look, I'm willing to say it. I think that this team is going to beat the winner of that Denver Oak City. I do. I think they're legit, and they just move the ball. They got so many different guys that can have big nights. It's like, frankly, Boston. I mean, they won a chip, right? With what? So many guys that can kill you. Like, when you got like 7, 8 guys that can knock it down from anywhere, you're dead. And I think that Minnesota has that. For me, I think the Thunder are really fast and young and exciting, but for me, it's kind of ball hog Shea and everybody else just get out of the way. This other team, Minnesota, they're like this Pacer team. They just move it around, and it's like a pinball game. And then the next thing you know, you got 5 different guys with a great look, and they knock them down. And then how about this? The Pacers, when they miss, they always get a second, third chance. Have you ever seen anyone get more offensive rebounds and putbacks and second chances and set up again with 14 seconds to get it going again? Like, it's unbelievable. That's Minnesota, Indy. No one wants to see it. It could happen, folks.
If I had to pick one team, obviously we know this, that to beat Oklahoma City, it's this team. Unless Denver can get it done in the other thing. I think Minnesota would be the team. If I had to pick one team right now, they're 6-1. I think I would pick them to win the whole thing. I think I would go with the Timberwolves. I think they're the best team coming together. I know Indiana's playing well right now as well. But I think that Minnesota's the team for me, Scott. That's who I would put if I was going to the window right now for any of these teams that are left.
I mean, they win even if they play average. Like, remember the other night, 117, 110? They're just like, it was like no big deal, and they just still got it done because they have all these different guys finishing and scoring and blocking shots, making steals, making stops. They do everything right.
New to social casinos? You're in for a treat. Most online casinos offer bonus cash or coins just for signing up. That's your own little participation trophy. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that rim. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple 18.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Dr. Dre said at one time here, James Wood, always up to no good, man. I like a couple players in that lineup, man, on a day-to-day basis can really get after it. Again, playing good baseball, 15-19 overall. We'll see how they pursue.
The Reds are a really fun team. Reds are, we're going to talk about them a ton, and I don't think they'll compete for a wild card. But again, they're a team like the Nats where they're going to give other teams trouble at times, and they can't overlook that matchup. Cubs win the division, as we all expected.
Pro baseball today, only on SportsGrid.
The Warriors' future was uncertain. Are they going to break it up? Steve Kerr coming back. They get Jimmy Butler, and they surge all the way through, and now they're through the first round.
The Warriors have guys, because of how special their star 3 trio is, they can make the guys around them better. They can elevate the way that they played. And we saw that. Steph Curry, 3 points in the first half, steps up in the second half, 19 points in the second half to carry them home.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.